I did not stick with that major though. After maybe the first week, I changed my major.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
At that time, I did not feel like you could make a career as an artist. I didn't have the...
Yeah, okay, classic conversations on the way, so the wait up.
Mic check 1, 2, 3. Let's turn up just a little bit. Let's get to it.
Left for dead and I rose again.
NERD.
Left alone, now I'm home again.
Yeah.
We's the one, now it's on again. You belong to the ifs and wins.
Dead wrong.
How it feels to lose within. That we should die when those are in. We the countrymen that count your blessings,
Don't count your sins. Capture my vision. I'm catching some digits. Digital integration. Wanna touch, just witness.
Good life, good spirits to you all out there in this divinely given moment in time. It's your girl London Taj, and you are tuned into Classic Conversations. I would like for you all to join me in welcoming a special guest with us here today on Classic Conversations, Mr. Broderick Flanigan. What's up, Mr. Flanigan?
What up, Mr. Flanigan, my pops, man. They call me Broderick, yeah. They call me Broderick. They call me Broderick.
Thank you so much for being flexible and sitting down with us to share your story with the world today.
No doubt. Glad to be here. I appreciate it. Appreciate the platform, yeah.
So we're not gonna, hold up the process. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Hair loss.
This was early on before, before I had a studio, so it is what it is.
What? Because you actually took it a step further, and we discussed it a little bit earlier, but you actually took it a step further and went into the collegiate level. So a lot of people are talented globally and they have artistic talents, but when the graduation curtains close and high school is over, a lot of people put that to the side. How were you able to continue forward on a collegiate level and still keep your passion and your love for your passion there and relevant and working?
That was a task in itself.
I can imagine.
Because I actually declared as an art major when I first went to Georgia Southern. I did not stick with that major though. After maybe the first week, I changed my major.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
At that time, I did not feel like you could make a career as an artist. I didn't have the network, the wherewithal, the insights that I have now. So at that time, you hear the saying, starving artist, or it's hard to make money as an artist. I fed into those, stereotypes, real hard. And having a lot of self-doubt. It's okay, I have this skill of drawing portraits, and I like to draw portraits, but how can I make enough money to pay my rent, or to buy food, or to pay car insurance, or buy a car, house, whatever? And so at that time, it didn't really register in my mind how I can actually apply that and scale up in those ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so I changed my major to undeclared for the first 2 years. I was at Georgia Southern just trying to find my way. Ended up landing on kinesiology, the study of exercise science, human movement, and whatnot. And that's what I have my degree in. And so the art was on the back burner once again, but I was still doing it. And maybe in my second year is when I started making it known to people that I was doing it. And then my friends would start buying work from me and asking me to do specific work. And I was doing some abstract pieces, Bob Marley pieces, Jay-Z drawings, stuff like that. And I was charging a little bit more at this time. So I had moved up to about $60,
Moved up to about $60. $60 sound like a lot of money to some people out there.
Yeah,
I'm talking about moving,
especially some college students.
Yeah,
but
for real.
People get no refund check. They like to splurge a little bit, I know I say it every now and then. I got my check. And so I that's how I kind of kept it going a little bit. I started doing drawings and paintings in my spare time, and then I think a couple of my friends saw them. They were like, "Oh man, I like it. It's dope." And I was like, "I would put it up in my house or in my room." And they were like, "Well, how much you want for it?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Give me $50." And then that's kind of how I started. And then word of mouth. And so one of my homeboys, He was a hustler, so he had a lot of people coming in and out of his house.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would just sit at his house and paint,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say why I was at his house, but I was
Yeah.
in there painting.
Just there painting, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I was just there painting.
I'm sure you can find a lot of inspiration from all that traffic going in and
all
out.
of that.
For real.
That's why I bought my little properly,
Yeah, this is true. This is true. You made a good point though. A lot of people don't realize, and I think it has a lot to do with like just our conditioning going through. It's people who go through public school systems. There's a certain set of things that are presented to you where you feel like this is the only way to be successful. So it's kind of hard to think outside of that box and realize that there are other things outside of these tracks that you can actually tap into and still be successful. I love the fact that you brought up that point that it might not click in your mind early in life, but to know that it is possible, that there are other ways to go about being successful and not such like in the traditional form.
Right.
That's amazing. So, okay, once you stepped out into the adult world, you've gone through college, you're out here. Did you ever have a piece where you felt like, okay, I've arrived now, and if the right person sees this or catches a glimpse of this, this is it for me. This is like my breakout.
No, not at first.
You don't have anyone that you not any
well,
piece
I
of
have
art.
a piece, but not when I first got out of college. It took a while. Because I was still trying to I was still bumping my head trying to be, trying to go down that exercise science pathway.
Yeah.
And I was doing an intern. I was volunteering at the high school. I ended up creating a position at the high school working under Coach Ward, John Ward.
Shout out to Coach Ward.
Shout out to Coach Ward.